my dollars make it hurt.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to an episode of Let's Talk Commercial Real Estate Investing, the Black Community Edition. Just wanted to pop in real quick and kind of have a quick, brief discussion about something that I saw that was interesting. It's more of a, maybe a redevelopment, a reuse play, but for those that maybe pay attention or not. You've seen a lot here lately, and maybe not in your market, but you've seen a lot here lately of a lot of these car washes popping up on corners. And basically, they're looking for on streets that have high vehicles per day to set up shop and purchase acre of land roughly and operate their business on. Well, one thing I did see, I've seen a couple of times where you have the self-serving, stall car washes, and not the automated ones, where a lot of these locations or these weren't being used as frequently, because people now are kind of doing more of the automated, don't have to get out the car. Not wanting to wash their own car by hand, let the machine do it in and out, $4, $5, $8, so forth and so on. But those particular locations were being repurposed. So there's one example that I followed for a while, and for those who are familiar with Dallas-Fort Worth, it's actually on Beltline in Cedar Hill. But nonetheless, this stall car wash, self-serve car wash, was turned into retail. So they've kind of, because you have the bay depth of the stall for your cars. They kind of enclosed it, put glass, painted it up, made it look nice. And then they start leasing. The first customer in there was, I believe it was a State Farm or insurance company. And then they also had Little Caesars, based on Little Caesars model of being convenient and being local. And then here recently, while, I've seen it before. I've seen this car wash before. But it just so happens that this time I was, I'm looking for, we're looking to help a certain client for retail space. But anyways, they were converting this one into storage. And, I've been doing some, due diligence on storage because, not only do I look to invest in commercial real estate, but I also participate in buying stock. I believe it's not an either or, I believe it's an and. Because, still owning a piece of a business that necessarily I don't have to operate, that they're actually going to put cash flow. So I'm being basically a passive investor in that. But anyways, in that due diligence and understanding that, storage is about square footage, where they like to locate, how it's real important to understand your market and your competition, which is, typically your customers are within, a mile to 3 mile radius, as well as your competition. And so when seeing this, it just had me see something as far as opportunity. Because usually when I look at properties, especially from an investment standpoint, I'm always looking like, who's the next tenant? If it's, commercial, office, retail, industrial, not necessarily people that are in there now. What other use could this possibly be? So if I can see it, I believe there's, I have higher confidence of an exit in general, because I've seen that there's been a repurpose and a reuse, and there's another opportunity, another exit beyond just what traditionally that exit is, or that particular use. So seeing this car wash being turned into a small self-storage space was interesting. And that you had, what they did is they took the section of where all the I guess the coins and I guess some of the machinery would be for operating, and they kind of converted that to like the entrance to a little office where somebody would be, because obviously with self-storage is usually on site in most cases that I've seen. There's usually on-site property management that lives on the property, but this one doesn't look like it was that. Just like maybe it was just operated for a certain period of time, Sunday through Saturday versus somebody being on site. But anyways, they converted that portion to the office to help serve and to help the customers at. And then the former bays or stalls where you had your cars were turned into storage units. So this particular one, I want to say it was maybe 6 bays or 8 bays, one of the two, which I thought was interesting. Now I don't know what the numbers are. I usually, when I'm trying to help clients and stuff like that, or just I want to get an idea of what build out cost are for certain type of concepts, I go and research and look with the city, look at the permits and stuff like that. So that's something I definitely will do a little quick due diligence, all just kind of get an idea of what it took to actually convert something like that, because that could be one of those opportunities, especially for those who are interested in self-storage business, and seeing what type of demand and that can be garnered, and what that looks like from a pro forma standpoint. That could be an opportunity. Again, especially in sometimes in a lot of our communities, the defunct car wash, it's not being used as a car wash right now. It's usually as a gathering place or used for other purposes. But this could be an opportunity, because it's local, it's in the community. People are always moving, and if you have that type of activity going on, this could be an opportunity to get in something that's fairly small, from a probably acquisition standpoint. I'm guessing that maybe this is something that probably costs maybe $300,000 maybe to buy, maybe less because it's vacant, and then spending maybe 50, 60 grand to kind of retrofit it. Obviously you also got to get the the permits and approvals to actually use that. Maybe you have to do some type of rezoning. I'm not too sure how that zoning works, so that's something that you got to consider. But nonetheless, it provides a small entryway and something that probably there's not a lot of competition on, and you can kind of create a network or a chain of, because it's being overlooked. Because again, big capital, larger investors, private investors, that's not on their radar, because obviously first and foremost they're not that local, and then they have capital requirements from the people they raise money from that doesn't allow them to seek things that are small. So it could be an opportunity for any one of us to get into and take advantage of. So I'll definitely kind of look into it when I get time, and I'll report back, kind of provide my thoughts and what I saw, and what if I get the information on what it took. And then, hey, this could be an opportunity for us, or for anybody that's listening, paying attention, to go after. Commercial real estate, man, is one of those things where it's vast and wide. There's, in my opinion, opportunities everywhere. No matter what kind of market you're in, somebody's always making money. And when they're not making money, or there's any type of bad headlines, that means there's usually opportunity there. If you can figure it out, you come with a different perspective, you see other things that nobody else sees, or you can extract the value that nobody else can, because you just thought about it differently. And what I usually typically do is I look in other markets, because like I said, I do a lot of reading, and I just try to pick on things that people are doing in other markets and seeing, hey, is that something that's viable as an opportunity to do here that gives me an advantage over my competition, because they would just bypass this opportunity, and we can actually pick it up and do it. So like I said, yeah, just wanted to drop in, provide a quick thought of what I saw, share with the community. For those who are interested in self-storage, maybe this could be an entry point, or this could be a general opportunity to add to your portfolio, because you probably would see it if you probably drove by it, and so it allows you to convert something to that effect of self-storage, or convert it to retail. Like I said, there's multiple uses. There's always a whole bunch of opportunities. And I'm just a fan or believe that commercial real estate is just one of the foundations, especially in our community, to not only build our communities, but also, buy in other communities and just own and cash flow, and then leverage those resources, for our community, and to do other things to support our community and individuals and our goals, and fund the things that are most important to us: family, friends, nonprofits, so forth and so on. But I think it's a solid foundation to do it, because I don't think necessarily it's going anywhere. It's always going to change. That's why I believe you got to be a student of your craft, and always be learning. Learning is a journey. It doesn't end because you got a degree. It doesn't end because you already experienced it. It's a continuous cycle, because things are always changing. Trends, consumer habits, you name it. Nobody, when they were months ago, or well, I guess now, maybe a year ago, nobody had COVID on their radar. Nobody had a pandemic modeled in, like, hey, this is going to happen. Well, let me say this: if there was a very, very small community of people that did, but for the vast majority of people just living their daily lives, going on as usual, just a new year. Nobody had it on their mind to model in a pandemic that was gonna shut down, the country for months, put a lot of people out of work, force a lot of people to pivot, force a lot of business to go out of business, have people reevaluate what's most important to them, have people reevaluate the way that they underwrite, having reserves, so forth and so on. It just changed a lot. And in that, it provided opportunities and highlighted opportunities that probably people weren't even paying attention to, right? So, always be on the lookout. That's my thing. Always be on the lookout, pay attention to your surroundings, keep your head on the swivel, and, just kind of be curious. And if you see something, dig a little deeper. It doesn't take much to invest a couple minutes out of your day. If it's something that you really want to do, it's something that you really want to participate in, and be knowledgeable about, to help the collective, to help others that are looking to go on this same journey, and provide information. I think that's one thing we often don't do enough of, is providing information, trying to keep it in silos. Information is out there. I'm not necessarily telling you anything that's new, that you can't go on and research. Now, is there certain experiences that I'll have that you probably don't do on a daily basis? Of course. But, the general information is out there. It's just a matter of you willing to go seek it and find it, and then, most importantly, execute and apply it. So, just wanted to, like I said, drop in, provide my thoughts on what I saw while I was out and about. And then I'm curious about it, and I'm definitely going to dig into, while still keeping the main thing of what we're trying to accomplish here, collectively. So, until next time, thanks for guys tuning in. Share, subscribe, definitely leave a comment. Let's continue the conversation about commercial real estate investing in our communities, for our communities, for our people. And until next time, happy investing. Deuces.
these my dollars make it hurt.